Hello guys, today I'm gonna talk about this Stalingrad campaign. First, I'm gonna talk about the good things in Stalingrad, and then move on to the bad stuff, and then talk about how Stalingrad could be improved. So the first thing that I like with Stalingrad that I think they should do in every single campaign is that all the pistols are for 1 silver order. Now, maybe you don't know, but pistols in Normandy, for example, are 1 silver order is the basic one, and then we have 2 silver orders, and then the 3 silver orders. Now, that's not really worth it because you could get for 1 Walther P38 you could get 2 MP40s or 2 G43s or heck, you could even get 2 Walther PPs that aren't even that bad. So yeah, that's why I like it in Stalingrad, that you have pistols for 1 silver order. Now, the second thing is the buff that they did to bolt actions. Now, if you didn't know or missed out on it, in Stalingrad, all the bolt actions have a buff. I think it's like a 40% more damage buff. So these bolt actions deal more damage and can one-shot you almost every single time. Except maybe if you have vitality, then they will down you or leave you with like very little health. And they also did it. What I also like, what came with this Stalingrad update, as the general, is that they reskinned the Kar98K and many other rifles. And they also gave them new sounds, which are very good. They are so much better than what they were before, and they're also much more fun to shoot when the sound design is so good. They also changed that for the Mosin Nagants. They also changed how the M38 carbine looks like, and they changed how the PPSH looks like, and they changed how the MP40 sounds like. And they changed a lot of other guns that I'm not gonna list here because, yeah. The third thing that I very much like is the full access to Battle of Stalingrad. Now, this is kind of a good and a bad thing. Now, I like that you get 4 times experience, which is really fast, and you can get through the campaign fairly easily. The thing that you can upgrade the soldiers without full access, you can only upgrade them to level 4, but if you buy the full access, you can upgrade them to level 5. Now, you can buy this at any stage in the campaign, so you can be in the middle of it, you can buy it, you will get the things that you unlocked in between, and you get access to 4 additional squads, which is very good. And it's permanent, so you don't have to pay for it like each month. So this isn't like premium. And you also get these flamethrower tanks. They're not that good. They're not armored, but they're very good against infantry. And yeah, you are either gonna use them or you're just going to pass out on them. And well, the last thing that I very much like about Stalingrad is the atmosphere when you're playing on one of the Stalingrad maps. Sorry, map. I'm going to show you this. And this is what I mean with the atmosphere. You just hear this radio in the distance talking about some stuff, and you just like, the sounds are just so good, and you hear distant firing in the distance, and you also just charge with your fellow comrades through the point. Why this radio just keeps talking although you are fighting, and it's really cool, and I like it very much. So that's the good things. The atmosphere really feels like Stalingrad. The pistol 1 silver order is very cool. Buff to bolt actions. The bolt actions need a buff in every campaign because they're great, and more people should use bolt actions. And the full axis, yeah, I'm gonna talk about this one later again, but for now, these are the good things about Stalingrad. Now, the bad stuff. So the full access gives you also the full access through all the levels. So if you don't pay for Stalingrad, you won't get everything that Stalingrad has to offer. But most of the stuff is kinda not good. Like, for example, the drilling, the Panzer 3N, the Stuka, the mortar. ZH is actually pretty good. This fighter, MG42, you can always use the MG34, the Kerali, the 4G, which is actually good, and the MKB 42. Now, I don't like that there's this paywall. I like, don't get me wrong, I like this full access, but don't lock things behind paywalls, because that's not cool. Like, that's not good. Like, that's almost like you're restricting players. And the ZH-29 is in other campaigns like Tunisia and Moscow, and you can pick up there, or you can. The Stuka is in almost every campaign, I believe, and the 3N is in Normandy for free, and the drilling is also in a few campaigns. The Kirali is in Moscow. 4G is actually unique to Stalingrad, I believe. And the MKB is just overpowered. yeah. So, I don't like this paywall that is here, but yeah, let's move on. So the second thing that I don't like that much in Stalingrad is that we didn't get much new content. Like I'm gonna show you here. MP28, we had Moniker, we had Drilling, we had BF109, we had 13, had 3N, had Granatenbüchse, we have this. Gewehr 41, we have it in Moscow and in Tunisia. Stuka 34, Granatenwerfer 4F2. Like this. Like the only new things that you get are this Romanian plane, which is a fighter, and it really isn't that good. I mean, it has 3 bombs, but you got better stuff, and this other Romanian plane, which is a French plane, and the 4G is almost the same thing like the F2, just with more armor. And this MP717, this is just a Pepesha, and it's in every other campaign where there are Soviets. So yeah, and the MKB, it's basically a little bit worse STG that is available for everyone. And I mean, the non-scoped variant is unique to Stalingrad, but this scoped variant we have also in Moscow. So yeah, there's not much. Like, look at the weapons. We got pistols are the same. This is the only new rifle, and this, but there's really nothing else. Like the Kurali, we have this in Moscow. And Moscow you can grind for free, so why bother? And there's nothing new here. The only like unique thing is the vehicles, which you get, which not even then are so unique. Like you get the F2, which is in Tunisia. You get the G, which is exclusive to Stalingrad, I believe. And yeah, and you get the F2F Panzer 2F, but really, you only get this when you pay for the full access. So it's, yeah, you don't get much. And the same goes for the planes. They're basically the same. And I haven't touched the allies, which the allies they have nothing new. Like this is all Berlin and Moscow weapons, and a Thompson for some reason. And yeah, the PTRS. I don't understand why they have the Breda, but like the Allies are much worse in Stalingrad than the Germans. Anyways, let's move on. Now, the next thing that I wanted to talk about is this. The Gewehr for the radio operator squad. And more precise, the bombing runs. The bombing runs are so annoying. They cover almost the entire map, and those are 6 planes which drop, I think, like 4 100 kg bombs, which just nuke everything. They just wipe the floor with anything. Tanks, no problem. Infantry, no problem. Infantry in the house, a little bit less damage, but still not, will kill some things. And this just can clear points so fast. And when you use the bombing runs on, like, for example, on Conquest, you're gonna cover almost the entire map. Like, what? And yeah, but they gotta also watch out. Yeah, but they are gonna camp in one house and gonna snipe you with their bolt action or gewehr, and they're not gonna come out until the bombing run is over. Like, that's just, and don't tell me that you can shoot them down, because I tried it, and trust me, it is those bombers are tough like a chestnut. It's hard to shoot down one. Let's not talk about 5 or 6. Yeah, so the radio operator bombing runs are just stupidly overpowered, and they don't require skill to use. Like, you can even bomb the enemy's spawn with those. Great balance. Anyways, let's move on. Now the next thing is the TNT charge. Now the TNT charge is just an easier to use explosion pack. Like, this just requires no skill. Like, you just need to place this in front of, like, next to a door, then you camp this hallway, they come, you rip them to shreds. Or this can even destroy tanks. This has such a big blast radius. Like, wow. And it sticks. It's a sticky TNT. It doesn't, like, fall off or something, no. No. It stays on. I don't think there's I don't think you need less skill in any other weapon than this TNT charge. It's just ridiculous. Yeah. So the next thing is the MKB. Now, people were complaining about the MKB before Stalingrad. Before Stalingrad, what, like, people are saying the MKB is gonna be overpowered before Stalingrad was released. And to be honest, this is just a worse STG, but it is available for every class to use. Like, all engineers can use them, all radio operators can use them, all flamethrower guy can use them, yeah, all the infantry squads that aren't, like, even the anti-tank guy can use those. And it's like, it's broken. Like the MP43, for example. This is actually only restricted to tankers, assaulters, and pilots. But the MKB is just basically for everyone. And it's only available with the full access version. And then you can have just 7 squads, I believe, with just MKBs. Like, this is ridiculous. Why? Like, Stalingrad shouldn't be this automatic campaign. It should be bolt action and maybe those semi-autos. But yeah. Let's move on to the next thing. Now the next thing is this, the customization. Now the customization as an idea, it is good. The execution, pretty bad. Like, you have to pay. You have to pay for everything. For everything. And like, and it's not like that you unlock this, or you can unlock this by playing the game. No, you need to pay for this, or spend your orders on this like 2.5, like something like $2 for just a little bit more equipment. I'm sorry? No? It's overly overpriced. I could only buy these gloves, these high heel boots, and this cool officer hat. And I didn't buy anything with gold because it's really not worth it. Like, why is it so expensive? Yeah. So that would be it with the customization. It's really bad. Like I like that you can like design your torso, hands, headgear and legs. That's cool, but why do I have to pay for it? That's stupid. Anyways, let's move on to the maps. Now, the maps in Stalingrad I'm sorry, only one map. It's one map. It's only one map. Like, sure, they all lead to the same place. Like, Unimac leads to Communist Street, I think. Communist Street leads to Gogol. Gogol goes to Univermag. So it's basically everything is one map. And the maps are just so blank. Like, the map is just so blank. Like, it's only concrete. It feels like it's only concrete. Like, for example, in Berlin, you have Ministry Garden, Hermann Göring Straße. You got Königsplatz, Kroll. You got Wilhelmstraße. You got Ministry Garden. Like, look at these pictures. They all look kind of unique. Like, sure, Moat and Königsplatz look kind of the same, but Moat is just reverse Königsplatz. But yeah, like, it's unique. Like, and with Stalingrad, you have like, there's almost nothing is green. Almost nothing is green. You only have those autumn you only have those autumn trees and some leaves under them, and that's it. Like every other color is either gray, black, or brown, or on the occasion red. Yeah, like that's kind of disappointing. I wish we had more, but yeah. Anyways, now that's kind of my personal thing that I have with. That's my personal issue as a historian with Stalingrad, and it's that there are absolutely no Italians, nothing. There is one Italian gun, and it's for the Soviets for some reason, and it's the Breda, but there are no Italian squads, nothing. I'm pretty sure. I will show you later, but the half of the forces in Stalingrad, like 1/4 of it, were Italians. Like, and you don't include a single one, and you include Romanians. Like, what? That's disappointing. Like, you could have added some more Italian weapons here. You could have added 1 or 2 Carcanos here, or you could have made, like, for example, at the tank squad, the standard tank squad you get, you could have made that an Italian tank squad, or you could have made that the second tank squad that you unlock is Italian, or you could have made an Italian plane, or I don't know, maybe an Italian machine gunner squad, or Italian pioneers. Like, there's so much you could do, but nothing was done. There's no single trace of Italians in this campaign, which is sad. Yeah. Yeah. Like, I know I'm a history buff, but like, let me show you. Let me show you. So here, sides of the conflict. We got Germany, we got Italy, we got Romania, we got Hungary, and we got Croatia. Now, the forces. Here, 400,000 Germans, 220,000 Italians, 200,000 Hungarians, 143,000 Romanians, 40,000 Hilfswillige. Like, that's a lot. And to not include them? Like, why? Like, you did it in Tunisia. Why couldn't you do it in Stalingrad? Like, you could have made like 3 squads to be Italian, and then then 2 squads to be Hungary, and 1 squad from Croatia, I think. Yeah, like, yeah, and like, right, so, and here are the, like, this is just so much. Like, alright, let me end it there with my little history, my little history thinking. Ah, and the last thing, why Stalingrad wasn't that good, is because they delayed it so many times. I think they delayed this campaign 2 times already, or even 3, and like it was not a delay like, oh, like 1 week or so. That wouldn't be that bad, but no, it was like a month or like 2, and people just couldn't get the hype because maybe the Stalingrad wouldn't launch. And yeah, you can't build hype as much when you don't know when it's going to launch. If they are always just going to delay it. So developers, just please take yourself your time. Tell us, we need 3 months for Stalingrad. This is gonna be the date. Let's give yourself more time than you need, because then you can make the campaign even better. And like, the community wants this game to succeed, and Stalingrad was a little bit of a mix. So I hope that next time, like, it's not gonna be that delayed. Now I'm going to talk about how to improve Stalingrad. First, I would improve the customization system. Now, I would do it so that if you buy the full access, you get all this for free for every soldier. Everything. You get everything for free because you pay for the full access and you don't have the customization. That's not good. So you buy full access, you get free customization. And if you don't pay for Stalingrad, then you can pay for these with silver orders or these orders. But instead of it being 4 for a single helmet, make everything 1. Make everything 1. Make everything 1 or 2. Like, if you want to make the codes 2, but make everything else 1. Because otherwise it's gonna be overpriced. Now, I would make everything free when you buy the full access. But if you don't, then you gotta pay with those silver orders, but with silver orders or with those customization orders. Now, the second thing that I would make is improve the maps. Now, the maps of Stalingrad, map, is not that good. Like it's alright, but I don't really want to see the same map over and over again. So what I would do is include the surroundings of Stalingrad. So like a small forest next to Stalingrad, or make or the factory in Stalingrad, the tractor factory. That would be a cool map, like, or the northern part, or southern, or like at the Volga River. That would be cool. Or I don't know. You could also make it. Yeah, you could make a little more of this. Like I think Stalingrad is a big enough city to make more than just one single map. And yeah, and I would also make like the maps feel more like I know the atmosphere is already very good, very good, but you really the atmosphere is good, but the map is a little bit too much gray. And if you have too much gray, it doesn't look nice. Like in Berlin, you have nice maps, and it's also a city. I don't understand why they couldn't do it with Stalingrad. But I would do it, for example, that there would be one map that is like at night, or that one, or like in the late evening, or a map where it's like snowy or like raining, or it's December and everything is covered in snow. You know, that would be some diversity between the maps. And I think that having like an entire like section just burn, like for example in what's it called again? In Moscow, Birch Grove. Birch Grove is amazing. The buildings are on fire, and it's like you're retreating and kind of burning those like you're burning those village houses, and it feels really like total war. And I would have liked this in Stalingrad, that you would have, like for example, this building just burn, and that would deny access to it, or I don't know, have a small camp be a point somewhere, or have it be in the morning, or have it be in the evening, maybe even at night. I don't think I ever saw a map that was in the night, and I would like to see a night map, because that would be kind of interesting. Like I wish it wouldn't be too dark, like, you know, but that so that you could still see, but that it would be like dark, like it wouldn't be as bright as these Stalingrad maps. Look at this. It's making the grey look even more grey. And the other thing that I would do is give the full access a little bit of a smaller XP boost. The 4x was good, but it was too quick. Some of these people that bought the full access went through Stalingrad in 8 hours or something like that. That's insane. Like, I would do it either 3 times the XP or 2 times, so that it won't be too fast of a campaign. Then the other thing, yeah, just a little bit more unit diversity. I know that you included the Romanians in where? Well, here. You included the Romanians, but only as planes. And like the Romanians also fought on the ground, just like the Italians. Like you could do that, like instead of this Kanai and K Schiesbecker, you could do this to be an Italian squad with a Carcano, or you could make this Pioneer squad Hungarians with a Hungarian bolt action. Or you could, I don't know, you could do so much actually. Like you could even give, instead of the assaulted trees with the MP717, you could give those, like, I don't know, you could make them Croatian, with some kind of Croatian SMG that no one heard of, or something like that. Like a little bit more unit diversity would help, because Stalingrad was a really diverse campaign in real life, and I would like to see this in our Stalingrad here, but yeah, we don't. Now, the last thing is more like a little bit of a message to the devs. Now, I have not much gaming development experience, but I think that the devs should take themselves more time to finish the campaign, and if they're finished with the campaign before launch, then that's even better, I think, because then you can improve the campaign. Like you can test the weapons out, you can give more levels, you can do these things. But yeah. Alright, that will be it for today's video. Drop a like, subscribe if you're new to this channel. Comment down below what you think about the stuff that I talked about. I will respond to every comment that I will get, if it's gonna be possible. I'm going to respond to every comment, because yeah. And let me know what you think about what I said about how you could improve Stalingrad. Alright, that'll be it. Peace.